आज चिंटू और चिंकी खुश हो जाएंगे कि उनके पापा उनके लिए बड़ा सा रॉकेट लेकर आए हैं। अरे चिंटू और चिंकी बाहर निकलो, देखो तुम्हारे पापा तुम्हारे लिए क्या लाए हैं। क्या लाए हो पापा, जल्दी दिखाओ। ये देखो कितना बड़ा रॉकेट लेकर आया हूँ। जाओ और इसे आसमान में उड़ाओ। चलो चिंकी, बड़ा मजा आएगा। रुको, मैं इसे यहाँ खड़ा कर देता हूँ। हाँ कर दो पापा, हमसे तो ये उठ ही नहीं पाएगा। जल्दी तुम दोनों इसे पकड़ो, मैं माचिस लेकर आता हूँ। इतना बड़ा रॉकेट, इसे तो मैं आग लगाऊंगा। अरे वो जादूगर, ये क्या कर रहा है? ये हमारा रॉकेट है, इसे हम ही आग लगाएंगे। अब इसे मैं उड़ाऊंगा। जल्दी तुम दोनों इस रॉकेट को छोड़ दो, नहीं तो तुम दोनों भी आसमान में उड़ जाओगे। नहीं, हम नहीं छोड़ेंगे, ये हमारा रॉकेट है। तो ठीक है, अब जाओ आसमान में। बचाओ बचाओ पापा। क्या हुआ चिंकी? अरे चिंटू और चिंकी कहाँ चले गए? यहाँ पर तो कोई भी नहीं है। पापा ऊपर देखो। अरे तुम दोनों उस रॉकेट के साथ कैसे उड़ गए? बचाओ पापा। अब क्या करूं? वो दोनों तो उड़ गए। अरे नहीं, हाय बहुत जोर से लगी है। चिंटू, ये कौन सी जगह है? हमारा गांव कहाँ गया? पता नहीं हम कहाँ आ गए हैं चिंकी। हमारे इलाके में इंसान कैसे आ गए? अब इनका बचना मुश्किल है। चिंटू देखो कितना बड़ा समुंदर है, जरूर उसमें बड़ी बड़ी मछलियाँ रहती होंगी। मछलियों का तो पता नहीं, लेकिन पानी में मगरमच्छ जरूर है। मगरमच्छ? कहाँ है मगरमच्छ? वहाँ देखो, वो हमें खाने के लिए आ रहा है। Oh, no! अब हम कहाँ भागे चिंटू? यहाँ तो चारों ओर पानी ही पानी है। पापा बचाओ। चुप रहो, यहाँ कहाँ से पापा आएंगे? जल्दी मेरे ऊपर आ जाओ। जलपरी, चिंटू वो देखो जलपरी। पहले बचो, उसके बाद जलपरी को देखना। जल्दी चलो, जल्दी मेरे पीठ पर खड़े हो जाओ। हम बच गए चिंटू। देखो जलपरी, ये दिवाली का पटाखा है। ये बहुत तेज आवाज करता है। अभी देखना, मैं इसमें आग लगाता हूँ। अब वो फटेगा। तुमने देखा जलपरी, वो पटाखा कितना तेज आवाज किया। अरे चिंटू, ये मोहतरमा कौन है? तुम्हारी मौसी है क्या? ये हमारी मौसी नहीं, जलपरी है। इसने ही हमें बचाया है। ये काला लड़का कौन है? ये कलुआ है। जल्दी इसे यहाँ से भगाओ, ये बिल्कुल कौवे की तरह दिख रहा है। चल यहाँ से भाग कलुआ। मुझे कौवा बोली? बताओ मैं कौवा हूँ। तुम यहीं पर रहो जलपरी, हम और पटाखे लाते हैं। चलो चिंकी, तू मुझे कौवा बोलेगी? Oh, no! अरे रुक जा कलुआ।
Hours pass. Noor sleeps curled in a chair, thumb in mouth, trusting the room because her mother is there. Aisha signs forms, makes calls she hates making, asks for extensions she has already asked for before. When the bill comes, it is larger than her courage feels. She steps into the corridor and lets the tears come, just for a minute, pressing her forehead to the cool wall. She remembers her husband's voice telling her she is stronger than she knows. She remembers her mother's hands, worn and warm, teaching her to make do, to make magic from scarcity. She wipes her face and returns to the room like a general returning to the field. That night, Ollie breathes easier. The doctor says he'll be okay. Relief floods her so fast, it leaves her dizzy. She takes the late bus home, the city glittering like it doesn't know what it almost took. At home, after the children sleep, Aisha opens the sewing kit again. There is work to be done. She sews until the needle blurs, until the clock forgets itself. She thinks about heroes and how no one claps for stitches that hold a family together. She thinks about tomorrow. Morning returns with a surprise. The landlord at the door, polite and firm, reminding her of the overdue rent. Aisha listens, nods, promises. After he leaves, she sits on the floor and allows herself a single deep breath. Then she stands. At the shop, she asks for extra work. At the market, she sells an old bangle, the last of a set given on her wedding day. It hurts more than she expects, but pain has become a familiar currency. She teaches Noor letters in the evenings, turning chores into games. She practices Ali's breathing exercises with him, making it a contest, laughing when he wins. Laughter, she has learned, is medicine with no bill. Weeks pass, stitched together by effort. The school announces a science fair. Ali wants to participate, but needs materials they cannot afford. Aisha listens to his disappointment like it's her own. That night, she remembers the scraps at the shop, the discarded cardboard, the broken fan in the storage room. She brings them home, and together they build a model of lungs, balloons and tubes, colored paper and hope. On the day of the fair, Ali explains asthma with a confidence that makes Aisha's chest swell. He doesn't win first prize, but his teacher's eyes are wet when she shakes Aisha's hand. Then comes the storm, sudden and unforgiving. Rain pounds the city, flooding streets, cutting power. The shop closes. The school closes. Water seeps under the door, soaking the rugs, licking at the furniture. Aisha lifts what she can, stacks books high, moves the children to the bed. Outside, neighbors shout. Somewhere, a transformer blows. Noor cries, frightened by the dark. Aisha sings, a lullaby her mother sang when storms were stories told to make children brave. The water rises to her ankles. She thinks of the documents in the drawer, the photograph by the window, the life she has built plank by plank. She thinks of fear, and then she thinks of love, and decides which one will lead. When morning finally breaks, the house is a mess of mud and ruin. The neighbors gather, surveying losses like wounds. Aisha helps where she can, sharing tea made on a borrowed stove, organizing a list of needs, turning chaos into a plan. Someone calls her a supermom, half joking, half odd, and she laughs it off because she knows how thin her cape would be if it existed at all. But that afternoon, a knock comes. It's the shop owner, offering advance work, touched by the stories spreading through the lane. Then the school calls, announcing a small scholarship for Ali, impressed by his presentation and perseverance. The world doesn't change all at once, but it shifts, just enough to let light in. That night, as the children sleep, Aisha sits by the window again. The photograph catches the moonlight. She speaks softly, telling her husband about the storm, about the fair, about the way Ali breathes easier now, about Noor's new letters written proudly on the wall in chalk. She tells him she is tired, and that she will keep going anyway. Outside, the city hums back to life. If you ask her what makes a supermom, she will not mention strength or sacrifice. She will say it is the decision, made again and again, to show up with love even when love feels heavy. It is the courage to be ordinary in a world that demands miracles, and to find miracles hidden inside the ordinary. Somewhere a kettle boils. Somewhere, a child sleeps to the sound of a brave heartbeat. And if you listen closely, you will hear it too, the quiet power of a mother who refuses to give up, carrying the future forward, one breath at a time.